Today we share the story of an extraordinary song and its incredible journey. Stay with us to find out what Led Zeppelin, Freddie Mercury, and even a Harry Potter actor have in common with this masterpiece. Discover why the performer left the music industry and married a Malayan princess. This is our tribute to Barry Ryan and his legendary song, Eloise.
My Eloise is like the stars that please the night.
Barry Ryan was born on October 24, 1948, in Leeds, Yorkshire, England. His father, Fred Safferson, was an antiques dealer, and his mother, Marion Ryan, was a popular singer in England during the 1950s. Barry had a twin brother named Paul and a sister called Caroline. Their father left the family when they were 2 years old, and their mother later remarried in 1969 to Harold Davison, a successful music manager. Harold supported Marion's career and played a crucial role in helping Barry develop his career in the music industry. When Barry was just 10, his mother, often referred to as the English Marilyn Monroe, achieved great success with her hit song, Love Me Forever.
Love me forever.
The song reached the top 20 on the charts in both England and America, climbing high on the Billboard charts. From a young age, Barry was passionate about music. Encouraged and supported by his mother and stepfather, Harold, and along with their twin brother, Paul, Barry dedicated many hours to practicing. They learned to play various instruments and took singing lessons. At age 16, the brothers moved to London, where Harold secured them an audition with Decca Records. The record executives were impressed and offered them a contract. They then formed the duo Paul and Barry Ryan. Barry later admitted that the family's financial struggles motivated them to pursue a career in music. University was not an option for them, and as Barry said, it was better to sing than to work. Between 1965 and 1968, Paul and Barry Ryan released several songs, 8 of which charted in the British top 50, though none reached the top 10. Despite this, they first gained fame by touring with bands such as the Small Faces, Roy Orbison, and the Yardbirds, and even shared an apartment for a year with Cat Stevens, who became one of their closest friends. In 1968, Paul Ryan chose to step away from the spotlight. He found it challenging to handle the stress of media attention and public exposure, so he decided to focus on writing songs behind the scenes while Barry pursued a solo career. Paul's first composition for Barry's solo career was titled The Show's Over, but his second song would change both of their lives forever. In mid-1968, the Ryan brothers attended a party hosted by their close friend, actor Richard Harris. For those who may not remember, Harris was a well-known actor with over 70 films to his name, including notable roles as Cain in the classic film The Bible, Marcus Aurelius in the film Gladiator, and Albus Dumbledore in the first 2 Harry Potter movies. However, Richard Harris also had a lesser-known career as a singer, releasing 15 albums. During the party, Harris performed a new Jimmy Webb song he recently recorded, titled MacArthur Park. Harris sang and played the piano, deeply moving Paul Ryan.
MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark, all the sweet green ice.
Barry could see the emotional effect the song had on his brother. Paul was captivated by its unconventional structure and dramatic storytelling, and he was determined to create his masterpiece. MacArthur Park became a significant hit for Richard Harris, reaching number 4 on the UK charts and number 2 on the US Billboard charts. More importantly, it inspired Paul Ryan to embark on a creative journey to create something extraordinary. He was obsessed with creating a grand, innovative song, so Paul locked himself in his studio and started composing. Without formal training as a composer, he learned by improvising. He even painted the keys of his piano in different colors to help him remember the notes. Paul's departure from traditional musical rules or guidelines may have been a key factor in making his work unique. After isolating himself for 3 days, during which he barely ate, Paul emerged with what he believed to be his magnum opus. Eloise. Paul played the song for Barry, initially surprising his brother. At 5 minutes and 50 seconds, Barry thought the song was too long and felt that its alternating fast and slow sections made it chaotic. However, Paul believed in the song's potential and convinced Barry to record it. Eloise was recorded at AIR Studios in London in just 2 takes due to its length. Interestingly, the studio musicians who played on the track included Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones, who would later form the legendary band Led Zeppelin that same year. In the 1960s, most pop songs were short, usually lasting between 2 and 3 minutes. A nearly 6-minute track was a bold risk, since radio stations often refused to play songs this long. However, the Ryan brothers were committed, believing in the song's artistic and commercial potential. The result was a musically complex and emotionally intense masterpiece that challenged the conventions of its time. And as we'll soon see, that risk paid off in ways they could only have imagined. They released Eloise as a single on October 4, 1968. Its grand orchestration, dramatic vocals, and emotionally charged delivery captivated audiences, making it one of the most successful songs of the decade.
My Eloise is like the stars that please the night. The summer as the days grow old, the nights grow cold. I wanna hold.
The song sold over 3 million copies worldwide, earning the Ryan brothers substantial profits. Eloise reached number 2 on the UK charts and topped the charts in 17 countries, including France, Italy, the Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland, and Spain. Interestingly, there were 30,000 girls named Eloise in France alone in 1968. The following year, that number doubled. In the summer of 1969, during a photo shoot for the German magazine Bravo, an event was arranged where fans could call Barry Ryan directly. For publicity, someone suggested taking a photo of Barry on the phone to show the thousands of young fans trying to reach him. However, something went wrong. The phone exploded, causing Barry minor burns. Although Barry only suffered minor injuries to his ear and neck, Bravo exaggerated the incident into a sensational story. For days, the magazine ran dramatic photos of Barry in bandages, fueling rumors that a fire had disfigured him and that he was quitting the music industry. In reality, it was just a publicity stunt. Although he wasn't physically scarred, it had a psychological effect that might have grown his alcohol dependence. In 1986, both brothers entered rehab. Barry never drank again. Eloise was very successful internationally, but didn't perform as well in the United States. The record label executives thought that a song of that length wouldn't succeed, so they made a big mistake. They cut the song into pieces, removing sections from the beginning, middle, and end, cutting its length by almost half. This mutilation of such a masterpiece was pointless, as the song only reached number 86 on the Billboard charts. Barry Ryan later said he believed the song would have hit number 1 if they had released the full version. Later, U.S. releases of the music kept the original length. In 1969, Barry Ryan released another single, Love is Love, which topped the charts in several countries, including Germany, Australia, the Netherlands, and the UK.
Love is like an aging flower, dying as it's growing.
However, it wasn't as successful worldwide as Eloise, selling only 1 million copies, a notable achievement nonetheless. Barry Ryan achieved moderate success with songs like The Hunt,
The hunt is on for me and you.
and Magical Spiel.
Give me the magical spiel. Give me a magical beat.
But none of them reached the same level of success as Eloise. By the mid-1970s, Barry chose to retire from music and focus on his other passion, photography. He earned recognition in this field and had his work published in some of Europe's most respected magazines. Eloise also made a significant impact on the music industry, inspiring many artists. One of the most notable examples is Freddie Mercury, whose legendary song, Bohemian Rhapsody, has a runtime of 5 minutes and 55 seconds, 5 seconds longer than Eloise. When record executives hesitated to release such a long song, Freddie Mercury said, "Barry Ryan had a 5.5-minute hit. Why can't we do the same?" We owe at least some of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody success to Eloise's groundbreaking achievement. Many artists have covered the song. Barry Ryan himself recorded an Italian version in 1968. Another version topped the charts in France, and Barry Ryan's version also reached the top. In Argentina, the group Los Náufragos recorded a Spanish version of the song. In 1985, the British rock band The Damned released their version of Eloise, which reached number 3 on the UK charts. However, one of the most notable reinterpretations happened in 1987 when Spanish singer Tino Casal released his version of Eloise. This version receives special praise for its originality and grandeur. Regarding Barry Ryan, in 1976, he married Tunku Miriam, the daughter of Sultan Sir Ibrahim of Johor, a Malaysian princess. As part of the marriage, Barry received a significant dowry. However, the marriage didn't last, and they divorced amicably in 1980 without children. Years later, in 1995, Barry remarried Christine Goodliff. They had 2 children, Jack, born in 1995, and Sophia, born in 1996. In the 1990s, Barry Ryan briefly returned to music, releasing an album of songs he recorded with his brother. He also appeared on TV performing his classic Eloise. Tragically, Paul Ryan died of cancer in 1992. Barry Ryan himself died on September 28, 2021, at age 72, from complications of a lung disorder. Tell us which version of this classic is your favorite and who else you'd like us to feature on the channel. We hope you enjoyed learning about Barry Ryan and his unforgettable song, Eloise. And that wraps up today's video, friends. Thanks so much for watching.